Hello, hey. I'm back. Welcome back to 444 Keys to Wisdom. Um, my few folks, thank you for tuning in always. Thanks for being supportive. So hopefully I can make this one quick. Um, I kept debating cause listen, y'all, these dreams, for real, I don't. I mean, I care, but I don't. like I see stuff and I just be like, okay, I write it in my dream journal. Um, and I know how to move in certain situations and around certain people, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I say a quick prayer for the collective in case, it didn't really have anything to do with me. It was more of a widespread message. So I try to cover all bases and I let it go and then I go on about my business, right? But there's a lot of dreams I had in the last couple years that are coming back up. And so here's another one. And so I guess, I don't know, I'm being led to speak out on it because it's getting ready. The karma for a lot of stuff is about to come back up. Again, Saturn is retrograde. And so from now till November, December, a lot of things from the past is coming back up. A lot of things are being exposed from the past, back 29 years ago. I've been saying it for the last 3 years. Like real talk, the world pretty much ended when the pandemic happened. And as of 2020, that was not the time. That was the end of the BS, okay? Because we were going into a new world, new world order, right? Because there's things that happen because of COVID that our lives are forever changed. Like they'll never be the same, especially for those that lost loved ones to COVID or for whatever reason. Businesses that have been around for ages are gone. Money is different. Just life is just different. You know what I'm saying? So, so things that, happen within the past 29 years is coming back up to be dealt with. And that's not all bad. It's not all bad. Some things are good things. People that have been really persistent, persevering, working through things, doing the right things, changing their life, staying on the right path, minding their business. Like these people are going to see are already seeing the fruits of their labor as well. The goodness that they have coming to them. So this one is in particular. So this dream, I was really debating like, okay, does this one really even matter? You know what I'm saying? And so I was watching Tubi. Y'all know Tubi go hard, okay? With my Tubi watchers, I love me some Tubi. So I was watching Tubi last night, and it's been on my mind for a couple of days to do this particular dream, but I was like, whatever. I don't feel like talking. So I'm going through Tubi, and I see one of my favorite YouTubers in a movie. And I knew he was doing acting and stuff now, but I didn't know he was on a movie. And so when I seen his face, I was like, okay, that's my confirmation to go on and, spill the beans on that particular dream. So this particular one, okay, y'all, if you had a business, a side hustle, a hobby, something that you did on the side, and it started off really good, and then all of a sudden maybe your clients dropped off, or even if you started a platform, you got some sort of social media platform, you got a YouTube channel, you got an Instagram that's going hard, good things you're doing on Facebook or something, Twitter, whatever. And when you started everything, you was like, had a good momentum, then all of a sudden maybe things dropped off, or not as many people were following you, or your views went down, subscribers went down, clients went down, or they was canceling all of a sudden. And, it was just kind of all over the place, a lot of inconsistencies. Okay. And so whatever it is that you do, this is not your bread and butter though. Okay. This is not how you pay your bills. Okay. You have another main job or other jobs that you do. That's your bread and butter. So whatever I'm speaking of, I'm speaking to someone who has something that they do on the side. It might be a little extra income, but it's not like your bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? Or it's just something that you love to do. Okay. And so you kept seeing something, You kept seeing inconsistencies. A momentum kept being broken. Okay. And you like, what the is going on here? Like, what is happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where you even was questioning, like, am I doing something wrong? Or why am I, okay, I was up this day and now it's down this day. And how come, these people keep canceling? I was really looking forward. I done set up all this stuff and all of a sudden now this client's not coming or whatever the case may be. Okay. So it's something that you do for a craft, a hobby. Like I said, it's something you do on the side. Okay. But it's not your bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? It's something you're really good at. And like I said, you might make a little extra change from it, but it's not, it's just something you love to do. And you saw some inconsistencies in that you couldn't figure out over the last couple years. Well, so here's why. So let me tell you the dream first. So in this particular dream, I was with a woman, like not with a woman like that, but we were like at a job together. And so it's like we were packing up to go home. And I noticed, even though we were supposed to be at work together, the environment looked more like a house, a home instead. And so, you know how you see those white PVC pipes for plumbing that be, under the sink and behind the walls? A lot of newer homes are using those and stuff. Well, the room we were in was lined up with that white PVC pipe, but it was on the outside, in the floor, above the floorboards. And you don't see them outside. They're usually behind the walls and stuff, right? So they were lined up, PVC pipe in a square. So, this lady doing her packing up to go home. I'm packing up to go home. We doing our separate thing. It's like we were leaving for the day or something. So there's a YouTuber, a comedian, Desi Banks. I love me some Desi Banks. He is hilarious. So that's who I seen on Tubi last night in one of the movies or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I've been following Desi for many years now. He's hilarious. And I still watch his videos. He started out on YouTube and he's very successful now. He's in movies. He's, I've even seen him do some serious talks or whatever. Like, I love me some Desi Banks. He's funny. So if you don't know who that is, look Desi Banks up on YouTube and go follow his page because he's hilarious. So, so in the dream, I'm talking to Desi. And so we just chit-chatting, nothing, crazy. We just chit-chatting, but it was like this lady kept interrupting our conversation. And we trying to talk, and she just kept saying stuff, and he looking like, bro, like, all right. And I'm looking like, what do you need? Like, what? So then me and him, we'll go back to talking. We laughing, we talking, and she'll do something. She'll say something to interrupt. So it got to the point where she kept interrupting us. We couldn't really get our conversation in because she kept stopping it. So we was just like, forget it. I'll just talk to you later. He was like, I'll talk to you later. So all of a sudden this man walks in this suit. And I feel like this was like the supervisor or something at a job. Even though we were in a house, it was like a supervisor. And so he looked at me like, hey, have a good night, And so I'm getting my purse and my keys about to leave. But then the other lady, he stopped her. He was like, you stay here. I need to talk to you. There's something I need you to explain to me. Why something happened or something like that. But right before he said that to her, all of a sudden the PVC pipes that was around in the wall started bursting in little spots, like pss, pss, like water started busting through. And I'm looking like, oh, glad I'm about to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so all of a sudden the floor was getting soaked with the water, like the pipes were just busting out of nowhere. And the man, he just kept talking to her. So I was like, well, let me just move along because this ain't my business. It was like something had happened and he wanted her to explain something to him. It was kind of like, it was a feel like, how when you working and they come fire you at the end of the day, it was kind of like one of them feels. And I was like feeling grateful, like, ooh, okay, good. Ain't having to do with me. He want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So usually for me, and like I said, a lot of dreamers and seers, a lot of certain things don't mean the same thing to all of us, okay? But for me, when I see water, that typically is spirit or it's emotion, okay? something with spirit is bursting through or emotion. I don't know. You know, so I'm going to leave the comments open on this. If you know what the PVC pipe being exposed was and why all of a sudden the water just started shooting out of it, like leaking, just pss, 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 pss. If you have any ideas of what else the water and the soaking on the floor could have meant, leave a comment below. Because I'm still kind of foggy, like maybe I don't know. But so here's the interpretation of that. There's someone that, and this is really unfortunate though. This is so sad, man, because you know what I'm saying? Life don't have to go down like this. It just don't, you know? So here's the interpretation. So if you're that person I was describing in the beginning and you have a lot of inconsistencies in your hobby, you know what I'm saying, your craft, your side hustle, your social media platforms, whatever you were trying to do, podcasting, you know, if you were having a lot of ups and downs, inconsistencies, like it was all great and all of a sudden it was like nothing there. Okay, so you have someone that was really close to you or that is actually close to you. Someone is around you and they were doing something to cause inconsistencies in your hustle. Okay, it wasn't you. It wasn't anything that you were doing. Okay, I don't know if somebody was doing some kind of energy work, energy manipulation, word witching. And word witching is people that go around and spread gossip and they talk and they spread lies and they twist and turn people's opinion about you or whatever's going on with their words. They twist things up. Okay, and they make people believe all kind of stuff that ain't even true. And they typically do that to very weak-minded people that do not have the sense to find out the truth for themselves. They just believe what you say. You know, the followers in life, they typically seek those kind of people out. And so they say a little thing, well, you know, such and such, what I heard, and they downright lying, you know what I'm saying? Or they might have heard something from somebody else and they take it and they twist it, they pervert the words and twist it around. The word perverted, if you look it up, means twisted. You know what I'm saying? So they're twisting something around with their speech and they're causing illusions, you know, causing people to maybe view you a certain way or view what you're doing a certain way because whatever, they're trying to stop what you're doing. They're jealous. They don't, whatever the case may be. So there's somebody around you that was doing some word witchery, doing some kind of energy manipulation, energy work. They could have been doing some spells, you know what I'm saying? Some Pinterest witches. You know what I'm saying? Or they could have been paying practitioners or other people to do things to slow down your business or your hobby, your craft. Maybe somebody saw your hobby as, even though it was just a hobby, they saw like, wow, this has a lot of potential. I got to stop this shit because I don't know how to do this myself. Like they don't want you to leave them behind or get bigger than them or whatever. They saw potential in something. Okay. And so they did something to keep causing inconsistencies. And you know what I'm saying? Like I notice inconsistencies in my YouTube channel. But first of all, I'm not on here a lot. I'm not on here enough. I take long breaks because I do many things. This is like a hobby for me. You know what I'm saying? This is not how I get paid. This is not how I was trying to get paid. It's just a way for me to get information out that was it's spiritual information that's really, like I know for a fact, whether people believe me or not, I know I'm saying some real shit that will save a person's life. I know I am. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to watch me. This ain't for you. But I know somebody done heard me say something. They be like, what? Shut up. Yeah, I know I'm saying some real stuff. And I'm the kind of person, I don't like to talk unless I got something to say. I really don't. And so when I take long breaks, it's because I ain't got nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? So if you had, and like I said, like I do it because it's not something that you know what I'm saying? It's not a bread and butter thing for me. But here's the kickback somebody's about to get for that. So if you experience consistencies in whatever it is that you were doing and you couldn't figure out why, you might even got discouraged. Like, man, I don't even think maybe I shouldn't do this no more. You was like, no, but something made me feel like I should. It was because somebody was doing something to cause the inconsistency. It was not you. But here's the kickback from that. And here's the sad part. Somebody tried to slow down or cause inconsistencies or illusions in something that you were doing that was actually pretty cool. Okay. People loved your service. They love what you do. They love what you have to offer, or they love what you have to say. It's none of that. Somebody was doing something because they were trying to stop you, or just, they was just trying to mess with something. But this person that did that to you, they're going to lose their bread and butter. They're going to lose their job, is what I feel like that dream was saying. So here's the thing. 15 minutes. Okay, so here's the thing. It's like someone tried to stop something for you that's not even your bread and butter. It's just a little side hustle or whatever. But because the karma from that is they're actually going to lose something that is their bread and butter. Does that make sense? So they try to stop something for you that whether you make money on it or not, it doesn't really matter. But what truly matters to this person is how they truly make all their money. They're actually going to lose that. I hope that made sense. So what's not your bread and butter for you, they tried to make you lose or stop. But because of that evil and that wicked negative energy for no reason, just probably out of jealousy or fear, the kickback from that is they're actually going to lose their hustle that actually is their bread and butter, their main income. See how that works? Some stuff is just not worth it. It pays to stay in your lane and just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like what somebody's doing, don't watch them, don't patronize them. Just keep your mouth shut. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Or find your side hustle and work your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Find your individual uniqueness and work yours. You know what I'm saying? Why are you trying to stop somebody else's stuff? But what somebody try to stop for you, it's not something that's going to shake your income, but the backlash is they're going to lose something that is going to shake their income. So that's the sad part about it. Okay. People don't think about that kind of stuff. When you do work and energy work, you got to understand you're going to share the energy with that person. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how it's going to spring back to you. Even, whatever you do to somebody, you're going to share that energy. Just for an example, on a love spell, somebody try to do a love spell on you, it's like they're doing it on themselves too. So they're going to feel it as well, not just this other person. And if this other person's will is not lined up, it's not going to work on them. But it's going to mess you up. Now you all obsessed with somebody. It's crazy. You try to stop somebody else's money. Maybe they're not doing anything wrong, you know what I'm saying, for you to do that. So the energy has to go somewhere. So now your money's going to be jacked up. You're going to share that with that person. Like, you can't just be doing stuff, And the internet is bogged down with misinformation. These young ones doing stuff, showing this is, anyway. So, if you had inconsistencies and things and you couldn't understand what was going on with your podcast, your social media, your side hustle, your business, your whatever you was trying to do, by the end of this year, you're going to hear about somebody losing their job, or you're going to actually see them lose their job. And you're going to know who it was. You're going to know who was doing what or who was saying what, because that's the person that's going to be they might be demoted. Something's going to happen, and they're going to have to answer for something, and it's going to have to do with their work. Because like I said, that man walked in like a supervisor or something like that, and told that lady she couldn't leave. I need to talk to you. There's something has happened, and I need you to explain to me what happened. What did you do? Or something like that. Somebody's going to have to be held accountable for something totally unrelated. But that totally unrelated thing is actually the karma. That's the backfire of what they tried to do to somebody else. Okay. So I hope all that makes sense. So whatever it is that you do, keep doing what you do. It'll gain this momentum again. Don't give up. Keep doing your job. Keep doing your podcast. Keep YouTubing. Stay with your Instagram messages or your TikToking. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting clients for whatever it is you do. Keep marketing yourself. Keep putting yourself out there. You'll gain your momentum back. Okay? Because like I said, the karma for whoever did something or said things to slow you down, it's like we at that curve. It's coming back around. Like Saturn is retrograde. So it's like and I'm going to tell y'all, I had this dream either late December. It was like around Christmas time. last year, or he was at the first of this year in January. So we at that curve where whatever work was put out at that time, it's coming around. It's coming back around. So at the end of this year, we'll make a full year cycle of that negative energy being put out towards you. So here it comes. So you're going to hear, you're going to see, and you're going to be like, huh. So it was you. Sad, 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 sad. But anyway, I'm out of here, peoples. So take care of yourself. Keep doing what you do. Don't give up. Stay persistent. It's just a little hiccup, a little bump in the road. And just keep doing what you do. Whenever you love what you do, you can't lose with that. Whether you get paid for it or not, whether you make a lot of money doing it or not, if it's what you love to do, keep doing it. Okay? I don't care if one person comes to see you, do your thing to the best of your ability for that one person. All right? Till next time.